shortest bear market ever, we're going to share with you the best NFTs to buy under these current market conditions.
Looks like the market is coming back up, and we are going to talk about our favorite 3 undervalued projects that we are buying right now. You do not want to miss this. As always, not financial advice, but welcome to Goats and the Metaverse. Stanley, how are you, my friend?
I am living the dream, my friend. And how about yourself?
Things are going good. ETH price is back up. NFT market is back in the bull side of life. So
Bear market who? Bear market what?
It was a very short-lived bear market. As we said on our last show, we wanted to see that there would be an ETH price correction, and if that started to happen, we should see some rallying in the NFT world, and it's starting to happen. So maybe it's just a, what do they call it, a dead cat bounce in trading land, and we'll see a sharp correction, or it will continue, but all signs are looking positive right now.
Well, enough with that. Let's talk about the good stuff. Market is up. That means the GOAT Vault is up. Let's take a look at the GOAT Vault. Boom.
Boom. We went from $58,000 on our last show to $69,873. That's a almost $20,000 move, $12,000 move in just a couple of days. That is how quickly this NFT market goes. If you're saying, well, I'm going to buy the dip, and you're like, well, wait a little bit longer, that dip is gone and you missed out. You got to be ready with your ETH to pounce when the market corrects. $69,873 is the value of the GOAT Vault. For those of you who don't know what the GOAT Vault is, 1, where have you been? And 2, the GOAT Vault is our way to give back to our community. We have bought a number of NFTs and continue to do so. We lock them away in a very secure, undisclosed vault, where the contents of the vault will only be revealed and opened once we get to 5,000 subscribers. And at that point, there'll be some lucky winners who are winning those fancy NFTs, today valued at $70,000. So hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the smash the subscribe button.
Share, like, comment. Let's go.
Let's go. What's happening? We've said ETH is up today, sitting at $2,911. That's quite a rally. I think at its low, it was at about $2,100 or $2,200 in about 7 or 8 days' time from where we are today. So that's a 30% bounce that you would have made yourself if you accumulated some ETH during that time. And we've seen that has had some good impact on all of our projects. We are seeing
the green
prices are up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Board Ape Yacht Club almost at 90. Cool Cats are slugging over there, but they're still on the way up. Be Friends almost at 13. CryptoPunks almost at 70. Doodles at 12. Azuki at 10.5. Mutants at almost 18. CloneX 13. World of Woman 9. Invisible Friends are down. Maybe somebody has predicted that they would go down. If you check out our last show, this handsome gentleman said once the reveal happens, the prices are going to come down, and they came down from 9 to below 6. Enough with that. Gutter Cat Gang is up, and Cyberkongs are down. Well, what happens when the market is down, or now as it's coming up? What are the buys? Let's talk about the buys. Let's talk about the underrated projects. We're going to cover 3 of them today on the show. Let's start out with CreatureWorld. What's going on with CreatureWorld, Yas?
Well, CreatureWorld is a kind of creative PFP project created by artist Danny Cole. Artist Danny is an American-born artist, lives in New York, well known for his illustrative art, who went into the world of NFTs, and he is trying to create a magical world, what he calls the Creature World, by allowing you to journey through immersive digital realms where you exist as your creature. That was the concept. Had a lot of excitement on Mint. I think originally it was trading like 2.5 or 3 ETH when it came out. Very cool drop that he did. You almost went through this immersive world in order to be able to mint your Creature World. He's had a whole bunch of activations in person. There was a big one at NFT New York City. I'm sure he's going to be doing something interesting at NFT LA, opening up a clothing line, community of 30,000 Discord members, 61,000 Twitter followers. He only joined in August 2021, so pretty much building his own community. Risk with Danny Cole is that the whole community is revolved around one artist. But what I like about it is that you're getting a little bit of the premium if he does become a world-renowned, successful artist of the art, not just this PFP project that's around the community. There's also this art element around it. So if he, as an artist, becomes more and more famous and more well recognized, his NFTs will be treated as art as well as his PFP project. So those are sitting today about 0.96 ETH, still just under an ETH. I think there's a good buy opportunity there, and we'll be talking more about it on our next show. But there was also a Ukraine relief effort where one of the artists was Danny Cole, and you can pick up some of his NFTs that he produced for that limited run of 200 for 0.3 ETH. So if you want to do a little bit of an arbitrage on Danny Cole, you can pick up his relief NFT for 0.3 ETH. His Creature Worlds are trading at 0.96. I think that is a buy.
And Danny Cole is a young kid. I think he's like 21 years old. So the utility here is technically Danny Cole, and you're investing into him. And as he continues to get more and more credibility in the space, which he already has, I mean, he's considered a big artist. But once he continues to develop, there's an opportunity for this project to go up. And he's definitely attacking it from a creative perspective. One of my favorites, Gary Vee, always talks about how Danny Cole is a pioneer, and he's going to absolutely revolutionize this space in the long term. So if you believe in Yasi, you believe in Gary Vee, you believe in Danny Cole, this might be a project to look at 1 ETH. Once again, do your own research, not financial advice. And when we're talking about these projects, we are talking about them to look under a long-term perspective, long-term microscope, and not something that you're going to be able to flip on a 2-week period. So keep that in mind as well. Our next project is CoolmansUniverse. Coolman Dan is cool. This thing has been on fire. Project that came out in December, minted below 0.1 Ethereum. Floor price currently is at 1.58. This thing went up to about 2.5 Ethereum at one point. So this is something that is very, very interesting. Cute art. Coolman Dan is an artist that's huge on TikTok and other social media platforms. So when he actually came out with his artwork, a lot of his loyal fans jumped in. This is the first NFT they bought, and most of them, this was their introduction to the NFT space. They're called Speech. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it the right way, but that's kind of what the community is calling these little cute beings. There is a roadmap. He is doing big things. There's a tease that he might be doing something with Disney, which he's the one that teased. And he is doing an airdrop of a donut. Listen, I mean, to me, looking at this project, established artist, cute art, has a community that is loyal and that is in it, right? These people are like, this is the only NFT I own. I am not selling it. But when I look at stuff like this, I'm looking at it as far as saying, well, the floor price at one point was almost 2.5 Ethereum. I have an opportunity to buy this thing at 1.5. There's a delta there that potentially I am buying this thing on the low because it could continue to go up once this project gets more fame, once this project does their next airdrop, once this project introduces their utility. It hits the mark. Community, good art, solid founder. It's a buy for me.
I like it. It does look cool. I do not own a Coolman, but I'm definitely going to check it out after the show. Next project that we think is always one to watch is Loot. If you remember, we covered Loot on its mint way back when in one of our shows. Loot took the world by storm, had a lot of hype after the drop. The mint price was free, and you had to mint it off the contract. There was no website to do it, so you had to know about it. It was done by Dom Hoffman, well-known NFT creator, has been involved in a number of different projects. What was interesting about Loot, it was released completely CC0, so anyone could do anything with it they want, but in essence, all it is a number of words on a black screen. So the NFT, as we've got up here, it says club, ornate chestplate, demon crown, lion sash, shoes, gauntlets, pendant, titanium ring. And those are the attributes that can be used for anything. So the genius of Loot is that you can hold this NFT and then other people can create their experiences or worlds around those attributes. So we've seen a whole bunch of derivatives that have come out, Loot for Adventurers, where they've taken those attributes and turned them into a whole bunch of different types of NFTs, whether that be a trading card game, a PFP, a character, etc. Loot is one to watch. We wouldn't write it off. It's completely chaotic because it's completely open source. There's no one driving it, but there's 82,000. There's no one. There's no kind of central person who is driving it. It's completely open to the community. There's 82,000 people on Discord, 73,000 followers on Twitter, and the project has hundreds of derivatives that are being done. It is one to watch. At 2 ETH, it's a little bit on the pricier side of our recommended buys. But what I find is that if people forget about it for a little while, price starts to drop, then there's some activity, there's a new drop, the price goes back up. So I would watch and wait for the dip at the 1.5 to 1 ETH price point. I think that is a strong buy.
And here's another project that's, giving the community the opportunity to go build, right? They're not the builders. They're coming up with the idea, and it's for you to go execute. And as we talked about previously on shows like MFers, right? Those licenses are the ones that really, really get going. There was a Twitter poll the other day of what license should be given to the holders. Should there be a license to be given to the holders? That was the license that everybody wanted, where they have full control to do everything that whatever they want to do. So hashtag, remember, do your own research. None of this is financial advice. This is us just giving you an opportunity to take a look at what's happening, what some of our opinions and views are on some of these things. One thing that is for sure, Bored Ape Yacht Club is not going anywhere. We had a sale the other day of 666 Ethereum. Yasi, do the math at current market conditions.
That's over 1.8 million.
I believe that's almost over 1.9 million. If my math might be correct.
That's a big number.
That's a big number. And at the time of the sale, it was Ethereum was below $2,500. So that's a big gap, right? And why this game is interesting, right? The seller could have sold this thing at 666 Ethereum when Ethereum was at $2,200. That was a different number than it is now at almost $3,000. And if he decides to convert that into USD, he's making about an extra $500,000-$600,000. That is a whole lot of moolah.
Just by holding some Ethereum. Another notable sale that we saw was, and pretty interesting, was KPMG Canada. Not the name or brand that you would be thinking would be entering into the NFT world. Pretty conservative firm. Your worldwide auditors, they aped into a World of Woman yesterday, and we're very proud of that acquisition. Tweeting out, we completed the purchase of digital art from the highly acclaimed World of Woman non-fungible token collection, our first foray into this rapidly growing asset class. KPMG giving their stamp of approval, trying to become an insider so they can do some auditing of all these firms now trading NFTs and say, we know what's happening. We hold the World of Woman.
Not a bad little marketing move. Well, that's all we have for today. Hope you had fun. I know I did. And remember, our goal is simple. We want to educate you about the space, go deep, share our experiences. Hopefully you learned something. Most importantly, have some fun along the way. Smash that subscribe button, and we'll see you mañana.